welcome back to the channel. This is Emma and Georgia, and today we are watching How to Get Away with Murder Season 6 Episode 10. If you want to watch our uncut season reactions, link to the Patreon is down below.
Last episode was the big mid-season finale, the final one of How to Get Away with Murder. But what an episode it was. I am still kind of reeling because Asher died, but also was the informant, so it's like, how am I supposed to feel about this?
I know, it's so conflicting. Like,
I am sad about it because I said I would be most sad if Asher died, so I'm pissed. But also his reasoning, I understand it, but I'm also kind of annoyed that he turned his back on Annalise after all this time.
And he chose, I know they're his flesh and blood, they're his family, but I doubt, his mum's a bit unhinged. I doubt his sister and his mum are going to care too much that he's died. They're going to care more about the FBI and now that they're going to be in hot water again.
I agree
Obviously,
with that.
I can see it happen because they don't really care about their son. In their eyes, they killed the dad. So I don't think they're really going to mourn Asher's death at all. Blatantly, like, clear to me. I think they're just going to care more about the FBI and the mum going down. I hate his family so much after what has happened, and Asher died for them, and it's so sad. Like, Asher's always been like the jokester. He's the guy that picks up everybody. He's the one that's always there cracking a joke, and it was so refreshing in times of like just devastation in this show, and now he's dead. We haven't even seen his death yet. That is gonna come soon, I'm sure. Like, we haven't even seen
we
the
did see his
wackaroo.
death. We did.
Or we saw him die. Or
Well, he kind of showed like loads of wax, and then it showed him lying on the floor bloody.
I thought we might see a bit more gore of him getting whacked or something by
I wonder if that will be revealed in this episode or not, who killed him.
I hope so. I hope so. I need to know who killed him. Like, they did a lot of crafty things last episode. Like, they kept focusing on that fire poke at Annalise's, and then the fire poke at the Keating Five's house, and then like they were throwing these things around, and it's quite, they didn't really reveal too much. We got a timeline, but I feel like there's still so much more we need to know, and we've probably got the interviews from the FBI coming up in this episode, and I'm so psyched to see them because we're in
the end game now, and it's getting so real.
We're in the home stretch. We are literally almost to the finish line, and I think it's going to be packed with drama and craziness, and I'm just so here for it because I love this show so much.
And also, Frank was strangling Gabriel, which was left us hanging for a long time. But then we saw Gabriel answer the door to someone towards the end of the episode, and you believed it was Asher, but I don't think it was. I think it's too obvious.
It was that first person shot of them walking up the stairs, and I thought it was Asher, but now that you're putting doubt in my mind, so I'm not sure anymore. It was probably the killer. Yeah,
but then that would mean that potentially Gabriel knows who killed Asher.
It's a sticky situation because Gabriel's at home, so he's literally at the scene.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know how they. And Connor and Michaela were arrested for Asher's death as well, not anything else. So I wonder what they're gonna say to get themselves out of this. Obviously, they didn't do it, but what are they gonna say to exonerate themselves?
I know, the FBI are so hot on arresting them, like, and it's so crazy how quick it happened and how they got tipped off about his death so soon, you know, and it's just happening so fast. And we've seen flash forwards of the interrogations, and we've seen Connor have a panic attack, Michaela like bawling her eyes out, like Oliver saying it was me that did it. Like, there's a lot of drama going on in that police station. Like, it's gonna be a mess.
Yeah.
So
we also got a glimpse of Laurel last episode. She called them to warn them that someone was informing on them. Oh, what if it was her that came back and killed him?
I just don't see why she would though. Like, it was so out of nowhere, this phone call. Like, she was just like, hey guys, I didn't do it. I don't know who did it. Like, it was
Like,
literally
maybe
so
it was
quick.
as simple as Frank. Because the way this death seems to be is it sounds like there's more motive for one of the people close to Asher to kill him rather than like the governor or something, because he was helping their case. He was helping send Annalise down, and that's exactly what they want. So I don't understand why it would be any of them that killed him.
I know, it wouldn't really be Xavier, really, because he's teen governor, and as you said, well, that was very British of me. That was what you said. You've already said about that. So I know I don't really have reason to think it was him, even though he is totally capable of doing it. It's weird. It might be Nate. Like, Nate's been on a bit of a killing spree. Wants to do someone else. It might be Bonnie. Like, oh god, I don't know, because she went.
He was at her house. Why would she wait until he went home to kill him? It's so odd. I don't know.
Oh.
But we haven't mentioned the final scene yet.
The elephant in the room.
I'm still so confused because it's not Wes. It can't be Wes.
Wes could kill Asher. Who knows? Oh my god.
How
What the
is
frick?
the actor there? I don't understand.
I'm in full-on denial. I don't think it was him. I'm like, is it a ghost? Like, we saw his burnt corpse.
Oh my
people.
god, what if it is that, like, ghost Wes coming to Annalise's coffin to, like, I don't know, welcome her to the afterlife?
Literally, like, come here, Annalise, my one true love.
Oh
like,
wait,
you've always
hang
been
on
there
a
for me.
second. Oh,
Oh, here we go. What?
wasn't there in the first episode when Annalise was at that rehab, didn't they tell her to visualize her own funeral?
Oh my god.
What if she's
think they did.
visualizing? What if this is all a visualization and like Wes is at her funeral because she would want Wes there?
There was a green tinge. That's famous for being like a premonition sort of, you know, fast forward stuff.
But it wouldn't be a fast forward, it would be an imagination thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's plausible.
Wes.
But why would they tease us like that? Why would they just bring Wes back for that scene and be like, yeah, no, it was just a vision? Like,
I think people would be so mad about that.
it's so cool. Like, why would they do that to us? Like, this death still hurts to think about. We saw the horrors of that. So, yeah, I want to know what's going on there. Like,
That would be a massive bait if, like, it's just Annalise visualizing her own funeral with Wes
I'd
there.
be pissed. I'd be
The
so
pro-
pissed.
Problem is that we haven't seen anyone else there. That's the thing. So why is it just Wes? I don't know.
Because
But
the
I
rest of them
don't
were in jail.
believe he's alive. That's all I'm saying.
I
It might be
agree.
Wes, but I don't believe it's in physical form.
In ghost form, Wes can kill, but
Yeah.
you know, we don't think it's real.
He has no legs. It's just his torso flying along in between everyone.
Hello, Justine. I love get ready with me's with Annalise.
Oh
Oh
wow.
my god. God,
They
they're all
look
in
like a
pain.
mess.
I know, they're all crying.
Body inspection.
Oh gosh.
Remove all jewelry. Your wedding ring.
Oh.
Oh, that's cruel, man.
This is the Castillos. They must have hacked into the app and deleted the
Oh
footage.
my god.
They own a telecom company. They do things like this.
Your fingerprints match those on the murder weapon.
How?
She's touched that fire post so many times.
I know. So it was the one at the house.
And Lisa's going au natural.
Love to see it. It looks like a really grim bathroom she's in. Where is she?
I know.
She's in some like gas
Is this
station
her safe
bathroom.
house?
We don't know where she's gone.
Yeah, is she in a different country?
Yeah, must be.
Latin music plays. Is she in Mexico maybe?
Maybe.
Safe's empty.
Oh, they don't know,
She
yeah.
never showed up in Memphis. She left.
Or Xavier's guys staged it to make it look like she ran.
She left them behind.
She's dead. The FBI says it's murder.
Where are you?
At the police station, they arrested Connor and Michaela.
Oliver. Please tell me they just TP'd the dean's house.
Oh my
my
god. Are they
God.
actually showing him that?
Get a medic.
His friend.
Can you imagine showing a dead picture of one of your best friends?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with them?
Do you have any children?
8.
Then you understand that I need to see my child.
Pam, we need to wait.
Wait, be a man and fix it, damn it!
Christ.
Jesus, Pam!
I know what a panic attack is. This wasn't that. You need to take me to the hospital right now, or I might die in here.
We'll take the risk.
Oh, of course he
It's
will.
nice.
Sweeto, look at me.
Sweeto.
Connor's smart. He's gonna be fine.
I understand why Oliver thinks he did it though.
I know. I mean, he whacked Asher over the head. Like you would think it would be you, wouldn't you? Like, I don't blame him.
Listen,
I think Annalise should file a defamation suit against the FBI for
She's
letting
gone,
that leak out
mate.
on the news.
Tegan, we have a bigger problem right now.
Annalise is about to get charged with a murder conspiracy. How could there be anything bigger?
Yes,
Asher
sir.
was killed last night.
You heard nothing all night long. No voices.
So he,
struggle.
oh right.
Nothing.
Or maybe he's lying.
I swear.
Last night you came to me and asked if Annalise Keating was responsible for your father's murder.
Are you serious?
I didn't do this.
Michaela and Connor were arrested.
Did they do it?
No.
Where's Annalise?
Gone.
They've got to fend for themselves now.
That's also why I'm here, to see if you helped her disappear like you did Laurel. Don't. I know it was you, so if you did the same thing for Annalise...
I didn't.
How can I believe that?
Tegan, start talking.
Laurel blackmailed me. That's why I helped her. Because she threatened to tell Jorge I was the Jane Doe who got him put away.
Holy shit.
Who the hell told you any of this?
Laurel.
Laurel, yeah. Laurel's not so nice.
Ooh.
Asher?
Asher told her that. Did he want to protect Bonnie as well?
It's my blood. Oliver hit me with the fireplace poker.
Oliver?
It was the shrooms. They made everyone paranoid. When Laurel called, they all just turned on me.
Laurel called and she said that she's not the mole, which means that she obviously is. Or
Oh,
think it's
he's
Tegan.
lying.
Why Tegan?
she's the one that disappeared, Laurel. Or that's.
Oh, he's
what Laurel said.
manipulating Bonbon.
Remember how mad she was when she found out that you killed Miller in front of Christopher? She probably went to the FBI then.
Asher, you're lying to Bonbon.
I know, Asher is like on one. What?
Oh, he was trying to catch her out.
I have to walk into the
Asher?
Don't go in. Asher's here.
So?
I think it's him.
Oh,
He turned.
she knew.
Don't let him leave.
Oh my god. Bonnie is smart.
Who are you on the phone with?
Alright, keeping tabs.
He's coming here.
Be nervous
try to-
now, Asher.
I know.
Don't tell Frank about Tegan helping Laurel.
Why?
You saw what happened last time. Frank went looking for Laurel.
What is Frank gonna do?
He's gonna threaten him, isn't he?
Blaming yourself. The good news is I have the managing partner from Kaplan and Gold coming to help everyone.
No, Connor's father's already called a lawyer. We need someone who isn't beholden to that insane woman. Connor told me the governor has been coming after all of them since the Supreme Court win. That is Annalise's fault.
Trust me, we're not gonna let him go down for any of these.
Leave, or I will scream to this whole station that you're harassing me.
God, Pam is like on another level now.
No one's happy about Annalise's involvement with their family members.
I know. Pam's like, I'm not drinking that coffee, probably laced it.
Stopped at the crime scene on my way here. Which was where? The landing outside Asher's apartment.
She knows nothing.
I overheard a text say he was hit multiple times with a fireplace poker. Also found at the crime scene.
Multiple times.
I'm so sorry, Michaela.
But it seemed like all they wanted was
There
Annalise.
aren't a lot of good ones out there, but Asher was one of them. I know you cared for him. Cared for Laurel, too.
Here we go.
I'm all you have here, and I'm damn good at what I do. Just like I was damn good at helping Laurel go MIA.
I mean, she
so
is
that
proven
and
to
that
be
baby
good.
could be safe.
Yeah.
Security cameras will prove that you never left the house. There are people that want to frame us.
God, he's talking to himself.
Oh, gosh.
Oliver's in a pickle now.
So Bonnie's there for Oliver.
Sign this so I can represent you at the bail hearing. It's in 2 hours.
2 hours? They move quick.
I hit Asher.
That's not what killed him.
I hit him hard. It might have been a slow bleed.
Listen to
He
me.
could have fainted and fallen down the stairs.
I
I
saw
feel
him
for
after
him.
he left your house last night, Oliver. The only reason he came over was to record me saying something.
God, Bonnie's so
That's-
smart, you know.
That is so sad that he was going to turn on Bonnie. I hate that.
Asher was just going guns blazing at the end there. He had nothing to lose.
This is what Xavier wants.
They're
For
all
of
pinning
us
it
to
on
point the finger
Xavier.
at each other. Don't fall for it.
They've been wrong before.
Asher was helping them though. I don't understand.
Oliver signed.
Yeah.
Michaela? No go.
Oh.
She already hired a lawyer.
Her father?
It's okay.
Is he actually going to help her
Not
though?
alone anymore.
I just didn't know who else to call.
Can you trust him?
I'm exactly the right person to have called.
Hmm.
I hope he comes through on this.
I swear I didn't do this.
Hey, never once did I think you did this.
Oh god, I want to see this exchange.
I'm just hurt, to be honest. They'd think I could lie to all your faces this whole time.
We're all pretty good lives at this point, no?
Don't like that tone of yours.
Where's Annalise?
Oh my god, he's still lying.
She's the mole. I mean,
He's still
she
lying.
knows everything we've done. You too, shooting Walls Mahoney, framing Nate for Sam.
He's recording this, Georgia. He's so recording this.
Oh no.
He's doing the same.
You hallucinate.
He's doing the same thing he did to Bonnie.
Maybe.
He's so bad.
Probably have a concussion from the blow. We weren't
No,
sure
Ash
these
is so
things.
bad at being like an undercover cop right now, like trying to incriminate someone.
He was good until tonight.
What?
Ash,
What about him?
you really didn't
No
hear?
one knows.
What?
No one was
Dead.
very fresh.
Apparently, he told the kids he was the mole.
You and Annalise do it?
God, he's so
That was stupid.
horrible.
This was Xavier. What better way to hit back at us than to kill the guy informing against us? Asher knew you killed Miller, which means so does the FBI.
Good. Tell Annalise I said that.
She's gone.
I don't like Nate right now. He's being so hard and cold.
Don't come back here again.
Man, I think I've figured it out now, and I'm so annoyed. Asher was so gullible.
Wait, explain to me again what you think you found out.
Let's pause.
Right.
A
right.
rare pause.
A rare
I
pause, go on.
think that they told Asher that they only want to catch Annalise because he was recording everyone so that he could get everyone else off the hook because they wouldn't talk about it around him. So he could protect the Keating Five and only frame Annalise. But now they've killed Asher to frame everyone else because they found out he was an informant so that they can get everyone sent to jail, not just Annalise.
It's plausible. Like,
So it
this...
probably is Xavier or the governor or his right-hand lady, whoever they get involved.
It's so tough. Like, I don't really know what to think. It's all happening so fast. I'm trying to think. Like, yeah, I mean, that's a very good theory. Like, they probably, just double bluffed Asher. Double crossed
Because they all seem so confident. Like, Frank was just telling Nate there all the information. Then he was like, was it you and Annalise? He was like, no, it was Xavier. Duh.
I know, Bonnie, Frank, they're all saying Xavier, and yeah, I mean, everyone always wants to put the blame on him.
It probably just is as simple as that because it doesn't. Everyone's reactions seem really believable to finding out about Asher's death, and I can't think of who else there is now that we haven't seen in this episode besides the big three that are against us.
If it's not Frank, then I think it probably is Xavier. Like, Frank's looking really dodgy at the moment.
What I am intrigued about so far is Gabriel's involvement. Like, who
No.
showed up at his door? He must have heard something.
I know, he pretty much, I think he lied to FBI. I find it very hard to believe in those shitty flats that the walls are paper thin, that he didn't hear anything. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Unless he did it himself. But
What
I
would
don't
his
know.
motive be? You know, killing Asher, why? There's
if
no
he
motive there.
caught him on tape saying something, maybe. Imagine it was Asher turning up to his door and he recorded him saying something, so then he killed him.
God, Gabriel got so angry. He was decided, you know what? Death time for you. Like,
Yeah. No, the thing is, it must be the fire poke from Annalise's apartment because it had Michaela's prints on it. So it's whoever was able to get into Annalise's place that did it.
because it was trashed, wasn't it? Like, that was
Yeah.
probably because of the scuffle with her and Nate that they had. So yeah, I guess.
We've identified Mr. Walsh and Ms. Pratt's fingerprints on the murder weapon, and all of the defendants had a clear motive to silence a federal informant who was providing criminal evidence against them.
Her fingerprints on a fireplace poker my client used as a household item many times before Mr. Millstone's murder.
Only been charged because of confession made under the influence of psychedelic drugs. A confession that is the government's only evidence against my client.
Actually, we have more evidence against Mr. Hampton.
Excuse me?
But they didn't arrest him at first.
The others saw the news and figured out it's me. I just ran out of the house. Please call me back.
His phone pinged a cell tower nearest to the house where all 3 co-defendants live.
Cell towers don't pinpoint exact locations.
I'm denying bail to defendants
What?
Walsh and Pratt, who shall be held in custody pending trial.
Are you kidding me?
No, they're all murder.
Oh my
What's
god,
she doing
Jesus!
here?
Who Asher tried to do the surveillance and they killed him. They killed my brother.
No, they're dead because you dragged him into this bitch.
They need to die now. Lock this bitch up for threats of death. Oh my god, I hate her so much.
Come on. We're not getting away with it, are we?
Asher, you're such a babe!
These are crocodile tears.
We watched the Eagles together. You gave me dating tips. I helped you study for the
yeah,
LSAT.
that was
What's
cute.
going on in your head? I think I just need a hug.
A hug?
You're not getting one from Frank, are you? Oh my god, this is absolutely bizarre. I never find seen a day Frank gives a hug to one of
He's
them.
trying to put a bug on him or something.
I know, I think he did.
I never thought you were a bad guy, Frank. The only thing I ever did for you was be your friend.
That was your tactic for Frank.
Oh my god, A-star acting for Frank. Asher, you could learn a few things. And he got it all on tape, as we know. Asher, you little mole.
What is it?
Nate wasn't who helped Laurel disappear.
Thought she didn't want him to know.
Frank gonna now corner Tegan.
Oh shit!
Here we go.
Bonnie told you?
Where are they?
I don't know.
How the hell is that possible?
I know a guy in Mexico who does this.
Oh my god, Annalise is gonna bump into Laurel.
Oh, maybe.
She arranged the details without me.
I thought she could be chained up in a well. Annalise almost drank herself to death because of it.
And I hated myself the whole time. And Annalise just took off without a thought about me. I'm sorry Laurel hurt you, but that's between you two.
Yeah, she's got a point.
In addition to the Millstone murder, we have evidence linking Miss Pratt to several more
What?
crimes.
You'll need time to review
I
the
knew-
Well, I don't know why I'm saying war. Obviously they
I
do.
knew this would happen. For God's
A
sake.
wedding was a convenient alibi for D.A. Miller's killing.
We're ending this meeting.
You think they held the wedding just to cover up the murder?
No, that is far-fetched.
Victim intimidation of Simon
Oh,
Gray.
no.
Assault by the unauthorized.
Oh my god, they're
intoxication.
presenting everything!
All deaths stemming from the first murder and dismemberment of Sam.
Of course. The kingpin, Sam Keating.
If you have the evidence, then charge me for
They
all of it.
don't, that's the thing. Connor knows it
Yeah.
This is all some weak-ass scare tactic to bully us into giving a false confession.
Call our bluff, we'll see you at trial. Admit that you did all of it, not because you wanted to, but because you were under the influence of one person.
Annalise Keating.
Annalise Keating. We'll find her and we'll take her to trial, but in order to make our case, we need help.
I think they'll turn on her.
I'm
Oh.
thinking one might do that and one might do the other.
Including the fact that she ordered you to murder Sam Keating.
It's untrue though.
Including the fact that she ordered you to kill
It
Sam
was
Keating.
Wes.
Where's Oh, this is so
Agree, you'll
annoying.
get 5 years.
5 years.
That's not that good.
I mean, it is if they're connected to like 10 murders. This is such a big decision for both of them.
Yeah.
I feel like Connor.
And they can't even communicate.
I know. I feel like Connor might do it and go after Annalise. I think Michaela would do the other.
Really, I think it would be the opposite way around.
You're not a friend, Asher. You're nasty. Now you broke your phone. Twat.
Stupid Asher, stupid dumb rage monster.
Rage monster!
I've been laughing at him this whole episode, but still I'm sad that he's
I
dead.
know. I'm sad he's died, but he's such a fool leading up to his death.
Just look me in the eye and tell me it wasn't Frank.
It wasn't. The police clearly know that, too, since we're not the ones in jail. I chose you over Ron.
He could have stopped the whole thing. Reported
What?
Xavier to the
He
feds.
tried to stop the whole
Coward son
thing.
of a bitch. Let an old man get shot.
Point blank in the head.
Oh, you're not still blaming him? Are you freaking kidding me?
Nate's in delusional Candyland.
You want to actually move on?
He's
from all
high on
this?
He's high on
shrooms.
shrooms. This is why I'm not liking Nate. He's just not in the right
Just turn
mind.
yourself in.
I am sorry, but Asher,
You seem like it.
you take the deal.
It's not that simple. They want us to lie and say that Annalise told us to kill Sam.
You're who I care about here, not Annalise.
Annalise isn't to blame for all of this.
But she is to blame for most of it, right?
Maybe Asher was right all along. She got you into this. She should go down. And look, I know 5 years sounds like a long time, but I'll be here the whole time.
I do kind of agree with Oliver right now.
Go have a boring, normative life together.
He'll be a different man.
He will be.
What about Michaela?
What if Connor doesn't
Oh,
take
they're thinking about
They
each
are. I
other.
don't blame them. You know, they're friends at the end of the day.
I got myself involved. You always begged me to stop. Please, if you want to make it up to me, then just sign.
Oliver's really pushing for it. I don't
Come
blame
home
him
with
because,
me
you know, that's his
tonight.
husband. He wants to live a life with him, obviously.
There's no way I'll get to be a lawyer.
You don't know that.
They want me to plead guilty to 12 felonies.
How do you think I got to where I am, Michaela? We will make you a lawyer. And you could come to California.
Sounds
with me,
very
change your
cushy,
name
you
to
know?
Vicky.
Change your name to Vic. My God.
Jesus Christ! Yellow hat. Well, that's quite hard to look for in this
Justine.
crowd. Oh,
Ready?
Where are we going?
You'll see soon.
Please.
this is so
No surprises.
sketchy.
I don't know either, is the point.
Annalise, what have you got yourself into? She's so vulnerable in this position. Like, she's in
Yeah, she looks so scared.
She's in an unknown place, doesn't know what. Asher lost all his evidence.
God, this could be it. This could be it.
Georgie might be seeing it.
I wish that I had killed Sam. Maybe killed
Gabriel has a recording.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Oh.
It is Asher.
I need your phone. For what? It's an emergency. Give me your phone. No. Wait.
Oh my god, Georgia.
I'll pay you $64,000 for it.
Oh my.
He paid him for his phone.
Oh my god. Was it Gabriel?
I don't think it was him, but he took the money.
You convinced us to give you a better deal.
She got a better deal?
You think that happens often?
I'm ready to sign,
Oh.
It's great news.
but I have a stipulation. Otherwise, we go to trial.
What was the stipulation?
The terms of the deal are only valid if they apply to both Connor and myself.
Michaela, I love you.
But that was the deal anyway. Either way, it's cute. It's cute that they protected each other. They actually do have a genuine
Well,
friendship.
Michaela protected him. I don't know if Connor was going to do the same, but.
What?
I made sure we got the same deal.
Wait,
No?
they both said the same
Oh
thing.
my god. Those two are just, like, meant to be friends.
We've been walking for over an hour.
They might know you're here.
What?
Who?
I don't know. Come, quick.
We're gonna get through this.
Bonnie and Frank are unscathed.
I know, those two have gotten off quite easy.
Was it you?
Oh,
No way, I'm not stupid.
don't tell me they're making a moment here. I'm not having it.
There are many moments between them, Emma. Just get used to it,
I
mate.
know, it's just, oh, I've just got to get used to it.
There's only 5 episodes left of the show. Stop ruining it for me.
Can you imagine if she takes her to Xavier or something?
You want to get caught? This is what happens.
Does she not trust this anymore?
Justine, stop! Hey!
I mean, it was Solomon's contact and...
Annalise Keating.
What?
What?
No!
No!
Está bajo la custodia de la
No! She should have got in!
Annalise, you should have got in the car! Wait, does Solomon know something?
Oh my god, he did tip it off. I was gonna say, it's Solomon's contact, so maybe this is dodgy, because he would know probably where they send her. But if she'd got in the car, I think she would have been alright.
Solomon totally stitched her up.
What a dick. Solomon dick indeed. That is outrageous.
I mean, at the end of the day, he only cares about his daughter.
If he cares about her, actually.
Honestly, that could be questioned at this point. It's so funny how Annalise gave this guy, like, like, she did him a favour, and in return he gave her this VIP treatment of being in witness protection in this different place, and she'd be protected. And he just goes to the FBI at the end and just says, yeah.
What a snake. Worse than Asher.
Like, betrayal. Like, worse betrayal than Asher. Like, oh my god, it's just crazy, the events that have just happened. And I kind of knew that Annalise wouldn't really just get away with moving to a different place and getting away with it, really. Like, you know, this
So
is a show.
I feel like we did say quite a while ago, though, that we think the final end game will be a trial for them, and it looks like that's exactly what it's going to be.
It's going to be that, isn't it? So they've managed to get themselves on bail, but they've still got a trial coming up. And
They've still
got to
taken a
prepare.
deal that pretty much guarantees them 5 years in prison. So Connor and Michaela are probably ending up in prison.
I know. Like, I
There's
mean,
no way they can get out of that, is there?
yeah, because Solomon did say, I will try and get your sentence reduced. And in her stipulations, she didn't say it, but you never know. After she said about the whole thing with Connor, she could have said, like, a possibility for early parole or something
Well,
like
no,
that.
to be fair. Well, no, she said she only had one stipulation, and I think that was that her and Connor get the same treatment. But what you said then, that Solomon said he'd try and get her sentence reduced. Her and Connor have to get the same treatment, so if her sentence get reduced, that would mean that his would have to be as well.
Yeah, and
So-
I hope that's the case, because I want them to get away with this.
But the problem is they're going to be testifying against Annalise. They've got Annalise now, she'll be going on trial, and they're going to be testifying against her, and that is going to be like a stab to the heart.
It is. Everything leading up to this set of episodes is all going to be for nothing, because we've built such a strong, like, relation. They've also built a strong relationship with Annalise, and now all that's going to be put to the test in these last few episodes.
I
where
think
they
the test has already happened. They've all turned... You know what, actually? They've all turned their back on her, but she turned her back on them.
as well. Honestly, it goes both ways. Annalise
Yeah.
has fled. She left Tegan, she left Bonnie, Frank, and she left the Keating Five. She left and didn't say anything. So, I think it's only fair that the same treatment is applied. Honestly, Karma
But
is a
what I
bitch.
don't think she would ever do is I don't think she would, like, testify
court,
against
yeah.
them. If she had gotten
I
that
get-
deal, I don't think she would have taken it.
I get that, but there's no way we could have known. And honestly, I think this is going to make for a really interesting final few episodes. Seeing them in court fight for their lives.
Not just interesting in terms of like the plot, but interesting in terms of how we're gonna feel, I think, because thinking about it now, I'm not too mad at Connor and Michaela for taking the deal.
I'm
Whereas
not really.
every single time in the past, we're always outraged at them. How could you do this to Annalise? How could you still blame her for everything? And while she's not to blame for everything, when you're in that position, you would, well, I would do the same thing, probably.
So you're saying if me and you were in Michaela and Annalise's point of view, you would snitch on me?
But don't put it like that. I thought you were going to say if we
I
were
know
Michaela
my
and Connor
answer.
and make it wholesome.
I know, I was about to say Connor, but I realised, wow, I see how it is. But anyway.
I don't know, okay? Because I just can't imagine you being Annalise.
Oh, I'm not a boss house bitch. I see how it is.
I don't know. Well, it's because Annalise is an older woman, you know? You're not that much older than me, so... She's like, it's different levels because they're her students, and she taught them so much and covered up so much for them and everything, whereas me and you are a similar age, so it's like you wouldn't have been able to do that much for me.
I'm just
but-
just thinking, because I was just so shook when the FBI presented all the pictures of all the people that have been killed and the Keating Five have been linked to. Oh my god, we're gonna go so far back as to Rebecca, Lila, like in court in these next few episodes. Are they gonna
They
bring those
weren't
cases up?
explicitly involved in a lot of that stuff they said though.
No, they
like
weren't, 'cause
They were saying it all stemmed from the murder of Sam Keating, which is true, but
Yeah.
they didn't have they had a big role in that, but not in some of the other stuff. Like Caleb Hapstall killed himself because he got figured out that he murdered his parents. That's not their fault, is it?
And Frank killed Lila. That's not their fault, is it?
Was Lila even there? I swear she wasn't laid out in front of them.
Oh, well then that's alright then. But like, who the sister's alive though, isn't she? The Hapstall.
Yeah, but there was that thing where Frank drugged her
well, that's
on the
Frank's...
night.
Get Frank on the stand. Honestly, he's done the majority of these.
Yeah. I don't know how him and Polly are being questioned.
Let's just talk about that for a second. How the fuck has Frank never ever been arrested in this show?
I don't know.
He's a serial killer. He's done so much dodgy shit. Lila, Rebecca he killed. Well, actually, technically that was Bonnie, but...
Yeah, that was Bonnie.
But,
we can exonerate him of that.
Yeah, but he's done so much shady shit. Like, how has he not been... How has Annalise not defended him in court at any point? Mad.
It's because of the Sam stuff. But, yeah, it is weird, because I don't get how they know that Bonnie and Frank weren't involved with the Sam stuff. Because they genuinely weren't. And that seems to be what they're basing this on.
I would have liked if they included Bonnie and Frank in this whole thing, because that would have been really interesting, seeing them defend themselves. It was so shady of Asher. Like, he literally was getting so frustrated with himself when he wasn't getting incriminating evidence from both of them, and he smashed his phone out of anger. Like, he's such a child.
I guess what it is that he had to provide something.
Probably. I know. I feel for him because he wants... He did have a good intention at all of this. He wanted to protect the Keating 5 or whatever. But these moments leading up to his death paint him in such a bad way that is making me not like him, like making him so unlikable. Like,
I don't know about that though, because
I think it is. Like,
but is it not just? I know that what he did has led to all of this. But isn't that exactly what Connor and Michaela are doing right now? Because they're choosing... Asher chose his family, his shitty family, over Annalise. But Connor has just chosen, his family / Michaela and everything over Annalise.
That's a whole lot more people than just one Annalise.
Michaela's choosing his father... Yeah, but Asher chose his family. And Michaela's choosing her father over Annalise. Asher's the one that caused this whole mess, but he did what they would have done, I suppose.
Nah, Asher started this. If he wouldn't have done all that, then we wouldn't be here.
I'm still trying to justify him, you know.
You're trying to throw him a bone, but I'm not liking... Whenever I see Asher in these flashbacks, I just look at him with pity and...
What's the worst part of it is how his family treated him and that he still was willing to help them after all of that.
And the fact his sister had the balls to stand up in court and say they all need to die now, look what they did to my brother. She takes no accountability for her part in her brother's death at all. She's so deluded that she thinks nothing of that conversation with her mum and the FBI had anything to do with his death. Oh my god. Throw the bitch in jail as well. She is getting so irritating to me.
But I just think it's tragic because I think Ash has always been a bit naive, and now I think he was very naive to take that deal because it seems like he was just a pawn in their plan.
He was, and it is a shame. If he talked to his good buddy Frank, he might have given him some solid advice and say, no, you know where your loyalties lie, and it shouldn't have been with them. That was a trap.
Because I think they wanted to frame the Keating 5 so that they could offer them a deal to catch Annalise out, and Asher was just all part of that, and he died for it.
I know, it's such a shame. His death was so senseless, and it's a real shame. And I don't know why, but a second ago Hannah Keating just popped into my head, and
as always,
she always does. And it just made me think back to when Annalise said her name just out of nowhere. Maybe that's an Easter egg for what's to come. And Hannah Keating going against Annalise when inevitably she goes to trial. You know, maybe she comes back to the picture, and especially as they're discussing Sam, she might come into the picture again.
Maybe, yeah, she could.
She name dropped her.
I'm
They
sure
can't
she
be
would
for nothing.
jump at the chance to testify against Annalise and her brother's death.
Sure. And she's got like loads of money that she's holding from Annalise, and she wants Annalise to rot in hell or whatever. Like she's hates her. So I think we might be seeing a bit of Hannah Keating.
I don't know why we always come back to her though.
Because she's just so funny. Like her just her attitude to Annalise has always been just so hilarious to me. Like she's just such a hateful woman. So vengeful and spiteful. She's just a female Sam. I hated Sam. Hate her.
And I don't think that Gabriel killed Asher.
It
But
did make it seem like it, but I think
I
I
do
agree.
wonder what he's gonna do with his money. Is he gonna run off? Like
To
just
an
move
Annalise,
somewhere
yeah.
else?
I know, he's got a check of 64k. Like, that's not nothing. He might use it to buy out Michaela, you know? Bribe. Do
Buy
something
her?
like,
What do you mean buy her out?
like maybe like buy the like, you know, bribing, like try and get her a lesser sentence or something with the money, with the
For 64k?
I don't know, they might do. Like say, you know what, let's slip Michaela out of here and you can have my 64k.
I
Oh.
wonder what happened to that phone after Asher died.
Literally, we have seen moments before he dies. We've seen him smash his phone, and right after that, he's going to die. So something. Next episode, I'm sure we're going to see what happens.
Yeah.
Because we're
But
so
if
close.
Whoever killed him probably would have taken that phone, I imagine. But that was a confession from Frank. So why hasn't Frank been arrested if someone has that confession from
Another
him?
point. Like, why isn't he not arrested? Oh god, and they're probably going to bring Wes up in the
Can
trial.
you imagine if Bonnie and Frank get the happy ending out of this and move to Oregon together at the end while everyone else is in jail?
Honestly, I'd actually kind of like it because it's so out there. Like, I'm still getting kind of grossed out with the Bonnie and Frank scenes because it makes my skin crawl a little bit, sorry. Like, it's just like, you know, like watching your mum and dad like make out or something. It's just kind of, ugh. It's kind of grim watching. But if they get a happy ending, I wouldn't mind too much. You know, they've name dropped Oregon and their life together outside. I'd quite like for them to have it, just, you know. Yeah, I would like to see Frank in jail though as well. Part of me wants to see him go down for it. I want God, I've got so many thoughts. I want a reunion with Laurel and Frank just one last time. Just so we can say, bitch, I looked for you and you
That
were
would make my
hiding."
skin crawl.
I just want to see one last scene with them two.
I
of them.
want
would
Bonnie,
be happy.
not Bonnie, I want Laurel back in a physical form.
Yeah, I just want him to confront her about what happens and everything. And are we going to see Xavier and the governor again? Oh my god, there is so much.
We must do.
We've only got like 5 episodes. There's so much to cram in.
Like, Annalise must be name dropping them in her trial, for sure.
Yeah, surely. So probably going to see Xavier again and all that.
And
There's
who do
so
you think
much
is
to go
going to
through.
be her lawyer? Tegan?
Tegan doesn't like her at the moment, I doubt. Eve! Eve could be a lawyer! Oh, please!
Oh my god!
Oh, please, could it be Eve? Oh my god, one last
Imagine.
scene! Eve comes back, she's like, Annalise, I've broken up with my girlfriend, we're no longer together. Oh my god, I just can't help but think about old times. And they ride off in the sunset. Oh! Would be my dream.
Rating.
10. Easy 10 for me.
You
Better
preferred
than-
this to the last
I
episode?
preferred this to the last episode, and I'll tell you
Wow.
why. It was just more interesting. We got to see them, like, last episode was very, like, it was amazing, but there was just a lot going on, and this one was a lot more laid out, and I liked seeing them, like, in court. Like, I find that interesting, seeing them like discuss with their lawyers, actually things start turning instead of the actual event of the death. I quite like the aftermath of all of it. What happens to them and their fate. I quite like that more than just seeing someone die. So that's why it's a 10 for me, because it was really good and lots of bombshells.
I'm gonna give it a 9.5. Wow. I preferred the last episode personally.
You prefer watching like the lead up to her death than the aftermath?
Not always. I feel like there has been instances where I preferred the episode after to the mid-season. Oh, actually, I don't know. I enjoyed these episodes basically just as much, but I think last episode, because of the shockers it had, it just...
Was it Wes that gave you that 0.5?
No, that nearly made me want to drag it down because I know it's not bloody Wes. I think because we'd been building up to that moment, so
that's fair.
It was exciting to finally see it, whereas this one... It's like, this one's like, it's an aftermath, but it's also building up for the rest of the season as well. But I still think it was amazing and really interesting, and I love that Connor and Michaela gave each other a deal. I think that was so cute.
That was so sweet.
Yeah, some surprisingly wholesome moments in this episode amidst all the backstabbing. Because even though it was blatant backstabbing, that moment between Asher and Frank was kind of cute.
Oh my god, he was just like, I really need a hug.
I really need a hug. Please, Frank. You're such a good friend.
Bring it in, pal. Let's do it. Like,
yeah, that's when you know something's sus. Because if Frank didn't think he was recording that, he would have never agreed to a hug.
God,
that was all for the cameras.
Oh my god, it was so weird. It was better to watch than Frank embraced Bonnie.
Oh, fuck off. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for your reaction to season 6 episode 10 of How to Get Away with Murder. If you want to watch our uncut reactions to How to Get Away with Murder, the link to the Patreon page will be in the description below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time for episode 11. Bye.
Bye.